The Ryan and Ryan Power Hour podcast on SportsTownChicago.com.
It makes us older, better, faster, stronger.
That don't kill me, can only make us stronger. I need you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be.
Welcome back to Ryan and Ryan here on SportsTownChicago.com. I'm Ryan Stuprich.
And I'm Ryan Risky, and now we're going to get into the Bulls' thrilling double overtime win yesterday.
It was very exciting.
It was. I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw Derrick Rose looking that good.
Right.
In that big of a game. And I was watching the Blackhawks game, and I had flipped back just to check the Bulls score, and they were up by 11, so I just assumed they were going to cruise to the win.
Yeah.
Flipped back to the Blackhawks, and then I turned the game on. And I forget who it was on Milwaukee made that shot with 5 seconds left to make it 95-94.
It
wasn't Middleton. It was someone else.
It was Michael Carter-Williams.
Michael Carter-Williams, yeah.
Yeah.
Hit that shot to make it. I was like, oh my God, really, Bulls? And then Rose drives down the court, gets fouled, and then he missed
Which is exactly what you're supposed to do. It was very good. And
yeah, no timeout. He just drove, made sure he got fouled. I was worried that he was hurt because he was down for a while.
Right.
And then he missed that first free throw, and I was like, oh, no, this is must-make territory now.
I thought since he missed the first one, he'd probably overshoot the second one or something. I don't know.
And then that second one just started. I saw it bounced off of the rim 3 or 4 times, and then it finally went in. I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
I thought he missed that second one.
Well, of course, last night when we were doing the show, the Bulls were down
by a lot, 14.
I think they were down by 14 when we left. And
then they were down by as many as 18 in the game.
Yeah, at 5-8, they were down by 14, and then they were down by as many as 18. And then I listened to the comeback, part of the comeback on the way home. But by the time I edited the show, that they had already started to come back, and then I listened to the third quarter and half of the fourth quarter, and then I got home to see the last 3 or 4 minutes of regulation, so that was good. It was very exciting, and I'm glad that the Bulls finally pulled away in that double overtime. But
yeah, and that first
the Bucks definitely hung around.
Yeah, except in that second overtime, the Bucks just look awful in that game, or in that second overtime period, and Rose and Jimmy Butler just took over. I mean, what was it? The Bulls had 4 steals in that second overtime. I remember Butler stole the ball immediately after the tip-off and had an easy dunk.
Right.
And then I think Noah stole the ball. I know Butler stole it again, and Rose had a steal. And then Rose finished with 34 points.
Yeah, he did very well. And
it was on 11 of 20 shooting. He was 5 out of 8 or 5 out of 9 for threes. And the remarkable thing, I think he only shot, it was in between 3 and 5 free throws. I don't know if he shot free throws in that second quarter.
The guy
overtime.
The guy who was trying to put the game away, although the Bucks ended up coming back because they got 2 threes in a row from Chris Middleton. But the guy that really put the game away was Tony Snell. He hit I think three threes in the span of a minute and a half. He really did good. Every possession, they just tried to feed the ball to Tony Snell, and he popped the 3 and he made it.
And he had a steal in that second overtime.
Yes, he did.
I mean, that's 5 steals. I mean, you're not winning in a game in overtime when you turn the ball when the other team gets 5 steals. And that's not even in that 5-minute span. I mean, the Bulls just gave up when they were outscoring them 12-0 in that second overtime period. And it seemed every shot by Milwaukee was just awful. I mean, Michael Carter-Williams and O.J. Mayo just kept missing everything, and Middleton didn't shoot very much until the end when it was already too late.
Yeah.
Although Middleton did miss a wide-open 3.
Yes, he did. The Bulls gave Milwaukee chances to try to crawl back into that game, and they did, unfortunately, because the Bulls should have won that in the fourth quarter without having it go to double overtime.
And then
I'm just glad that they get a day in between to prep for Saturday,
and also Saturday is
expected to sweep.
Saturday is the perfect day for this game 4 where the Bulls up 3-0 because now all the Bulls fans can just drive up there. I saw there's only 200 tickets available now for that game. The Bulls fans all bought them after the game ended.
There you go.
And except it was kind of funny. I just heard the fans just chanting like this long phrase, and I couldn't understand what it was on the TV. And then I saw on Twitter, someone said all the Bucs fans are chanting, "You still have Cutler."
Yeah, there's a sign. This was a tweet by Nick Friedel,
yeah,
and
he
it says,
found it
"Saw this
after
sign on the way out of the Bradley Center last night. Bucs fans trying to get the last laugh," and it's a sign, and it says, "But you still have Cutler," which is true. But this is
I'd rather have Cutler over a lot of QBs in the league. I mean, how funny would it be?
Let me tell you, I'd rather have Jay Cutler than the whole Milwaukee Bucks roster. I'm thinking.
Yeah, really.
So, you know,
yeah,
I'm thinking, and plus, I don't like when people mix sports like that.
Yeah, I mean, you still have Cutler.
Like,
yeah,
it
we
just
still
doesn't
have
make any sense.
Yeah, we still have Cutler. How funny would it be if the Bears had the last laugh out of that sign? That's going to be something that'll come back if the Bears win in Week 1.
Yeah. Like, but you still have Rodgers, although Rodgers is one of the best quarterbacks.
Yeah, he's probably statistically, he won't go down as the best in NFL history because he was sitting on the bench for so long.
Yeah.
Except he might go down as the best.
He's definitely top 3 in the game today. Along with,
I mean, he could
Drew
go
Brees
down
and
as
Tom Brady and whoever else.
Yeah, I mean, he could go down as the best in NFL history. Not stat. It won't be because of stats. I mean, his touchdown to interception ratio might be the best ever. I mean, the man doesn't throw interceptions.
No, he always has a way of finding the open guy, and he always does that really well.
And he makes a perfect pass. I mean, he never makes bad throws.
So, are we both saying that the Bulls will sweep the Bucks tomorrow?
I think so. I don't think the Bucks really have anything left to play for. I mean, if it was 2-1, then the Bulls won Game 4, they'd still have something to play for. Except, I mean, that they don't really have much to play for anymore. I mean,
yeah, I agree with you. I think the Bulls sweep tomorrow.
I mean, I think the Bucks will give a good effort, except if it's the second half and the Bulls are winning and the stadium's like 80% Bulls fans, I don't think they'll have any motivation.
I know, it's like a home game. It's like a mini United Center.
That's why I like the matchup, not because of because of the players Milwaukee has, just because the Bulls fans will all drive up, buy tickets at the Bradley Center and go up because it'll be cheaper than going to the United Center.
It'll be a lot cheaper, that's for sure. Even if you're buying them online, I'm sure it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's like no tickets left though. All the people in like that 400 level at the Bradley Center are charging like $200 a ticket now because there's no tickets left.
That's probably like row Z or something, like way up at the top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
although it's not bad because it's only 2 levels there at the Bradley Center. We saw that when we went.
Yeah. And
we saw that the United Center holds about 4,000 more fans than the Bradley Center does.
And they were only built around the same time.
Yeah, so it's a little embarrassing. But, I mean, there's not a whole lot of room in downtown Milwaukee, I guess. But as I sent you that article a couple weeks ago, the Bucks are unveiling a new arena and a new sort of nice area. It's supposed to look pretty nice, but it's still only going to hold about 17,000.
Which you said the Allstate Arena holds more people than that.
Allstate Arena holds 17,500.
Which that just sounds pathetic for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Well, and that's how much the Allstate Arena holds for basketball. It holds more for concerts, obviously, which every arena would. But it holds less for hockey, obviously, because you have to put
everything holds less for hockey. It's all good.
Yeah, that's true. Tonight, the Rockets and Mavericks play. That'll be at 6 o'clock on ESPN. And then at 8:30 on ESPN after that game, after Rockets-Mavericks, which the Rockets have a 2-0 lead, the Clippers and Spurs. The Spurs are home after they stole a game in Los Angeles, which was really good to see because I hate the Clippers. And then also at 7 o'clock on ESPN2, Raptors and Wizards play. That's in Washington. That'll be really interesting to see if Washington can take a 3-0 lead.
Do you think they will?
I think I said yesterday I had a feeling that the Wizards might sweep. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Toronto wins 2, but I think Toronto gets 1 in Washington. I think it would be great if they got 2 because that would be a little strange too that both road teams won both their games. But
right. I don't think there'll be a sweep in that series, except I think Washington has too much talent to lose to Toronto.
Right. Yeah. It was really bad for Toronto to go down 0-2 because I mean that'll be really tough to come back from. I'm thinking Washington will probably win this in either 5 or 6 games. So I don't know. And the Rockets and Mavericks, the Mavericks did not look very good, and they're up. And Houston's up 2-0 going to Dallas. It's not that far of a drive between Houston and Dallas. I think it's a couple hours maybe. So there could be a lot of Rockets fans there, so that might help them out a little bit. But the Mavericks have a good fan base too. I think the Mavericks probably win one at home and then lose one at home, and then Houston closes it out in Houston for Game 5.
Yeah. I mean, Houston, I think, is a better team suited for the playoffs than Dallas, because Dallas is kind of older, and you've got kind of some issues because, they got older players. Rondo's not even playing. It just seems like they're in a bit of a flux right now.
Yeah, the one series that's going to be really good, that could certainly go 7 games, is
the Spurs and the Clippers.
Yeah, the Spurs and Clippers. Spurs are going to be home now. That's 8:30 Central Time tonight in San Antonio. That's going to be a really good game, and so that's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, and then there's another thing with the Pelicans and the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, did you see that game?
Yeah, I saw a picture or someone posted Pelicans fans after the game, and it showed like a guy with like dry red eyes with tears falling down with like this blank stare, like he wasn't able to comprehend what happened.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
No.
It was ridiculous.
Curry misses the three to tie
I
it.
guess Golden State was down by like 24 points entering the fourth quarter or something, or I think it was entering the second half. Not the fourth quarter. I'm entering the second half. They were down by like 24 points, and they crawled their way back. And the thing that I find interesting is
Curry missed that three.
Well, Curry missed that 3, and then he should have never shot that 3. They should have fouled him. The Pelicans should have fouled him because there was like 4 seconds left, and New Orleans was up by 3, so you foul Steph Curry, then you still have the lead, and then you just have to make your free throws, and then you'll probably win the game. But they gave Steph Curry 2 shots at a 3, and Curry doesn't miss twice.
No, that was a tremendous shot to tie it. I mean, I can't imagine what it would have been like to be at the Pelicans Stadium when that happened, and then, of course, Golden State won in overtime.
Yeah, well, as soon as that went to overtime, I knew Golden State would win. I mean, that is pretty easy. I think
don't even know
State sweeps now
who knows if the Pelicans players even could comprehend what had happened.
No, I felt bad for Anthony Davis, although he did not play good down the stretch. It is his first time in the playoffs and everything, and he's only like a third-year player or a second-year player. But
third year.
Okay, he is third year, but it's very strange that they would let a lead like that just dwindle down and down and down.
I mean, as a coach, like, was he? I didn't watch.
I'm not sure who that coach is. He doesn't seem very.
Was he
good.
calling timeouts, like get his team together?
Yeah. I mean, he was trying, but I just think that they thought, as long as they make their free throws and don't take bad shots, they'll win the game. But Golden State just came back, and I think Draymond Green hit a couple threes, and I think Andrew Bogut took a charge somewhere down the line on Anthony Davis.
So I know Curry finished with 40, and Thompson finished with 28, and I think Draymond Green had a double-double.
Draymond Green was Sean Livingston was surprisingly good too, and that was a good reason why they won as well. It was. It was one of those classic MLB playoff. It was one of those classic NBA playoff games that they'll be showing like on NBA TV, in the next few years. It was one of those
round one
games.
game.
Yeah. I mean, it was that good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was that good. It was great.
A round one between a 1 and an 8.
yeah, pretty much. Before we go to break, we'll get scheduled for tomorrow. There's 4 games tomorrow.
How many series are 3-0 right now?
3-0, Bulls, Bucks, Warriors, Pelicans, Celtics, and Cavs, I think, are the 3-0 games. Everyone else has either only played 2 or... Yeah, everyone else has played 2, because these are all Game 3s tonight, and tomorrow, Game 3. There's 2 Game 3s and 2 Game 4s.
That'd be something if all these teams that are up 3-0 just sweep.
That would be nice. Tomorrow we're looking at the Bulls sweeping the Bucks and the Warriors sweeping the Pelicans.
Maybe Boston can go and pull out a win.
I think that they're capable of doing it. I just don't know. I
don't think they can against Cleveland.
Well, I mean, they're capable. I'm going to say that they won't do it, but I think they're capable. It's going to be a lot closer. I think.